and cacao, tonka. Okay, so this is crazy. I'm not, someone doesn't want me to be great today. What's up, kings and queens? Welcome back to my channel. I am the Eva Monroe. Thank you so much for joining me here on my channel today. Today I'm really excited to be sharing what might be my new favorite coffee scent. This is a fragrance that I have been absolutely obsessed with lately. And the fragrance is from the house of Xerjoff. This is the lovely box. You guys know Xerjoff always has an amazing presentation, IMO. And this is Golden Dallah. Okay, so the lovely people over at the Twisted Lily reached out to me and asked me if I would like to receive and review a fragrance from them. And I said, once I researched them and looked at their website, absolutely. So Golden Dallah was my fragrance of choice. Now, I'm glad that they reached out to me for a couple of reasons. But the main reason is this company, they specialize in selling niche fragrances. So you guys are always asking me, where do I get that? Where can I get it? And usually I have to give you like a Bloomingdale's link or Saks or, you know, somewhere else. Now I can just push you guys off on the Twisted Lily and you can find most niche house fragrances on their lovely website. So there will be a link listed in the description box below. Full disclosure, it is an affiliate link, which means that if you purchase something from the Twisted Lily, I could get a penny or two, which ain't half bad. So let's talk about this lovely fragrance, Golden Dallah. So when they told me that I could choose a fragrance, I went through and I was looking at the fragrances, looking at the notes, and this thing really stood out to me, and I didn't know what to expect prior to getting her. So the top notes here are exotic spices. The mid notes are coffee, rose, incense, oud, and amber. Sleep on that for a minute. The base notes, hazelnut, cacao, and tonka. Get your whole life here with the Golden Dallah, will you? Let's talk about this fragrance. Okay, so when I think of coffee fragrances, I think of like the amped up version of Intense Cafe, which is like in your face coffee. I think of Cafe Vanille by Sud Pacific. I think of fragrances like that that really have that amped up coffee thing. But in my opinion, those smell like that like mocha latte frappuccino type thing that you would go to Starbucks and spend $1 million on. This coffee, in my opinion, it's there, but it's like, it would be like the actual aroma from the beans per se. Like if you ground up the coffee beans, you got to some really good expensive coffee beans like I like to splurge on every now and again, and you ground up those beans, that's the kind of coffee that you're going to get here. But it's not the dominant note. In fact, in my opinion, it really does not like stick with the fragrance throughout. What this fragrance ends up being on my skin is an amazing incense and amber fragrance with like, there's a subtle sweetness in there. The ingredients that I name would lead you to believe that this fragrance is going to be overly gourmand. But in my opinion, the base of it really is not. It just smells very expensive in my opinion. The amber, again, of just a beautiful amber. If you know what that ambery vibe is in a fragrance, it's definitely here. The cacao is not making this thing overly chocolatey or overly cocoa-y or sweet or anything like that. It is just absolutely amazing in my opinion. I love what the fragrance does. Let's talk about the longevity on this thing though. On my skin, this is one of those until I get rid of it type fragrances. Like when I spray it on in the morning, late into the evening, I can still smell it It's one of those type of fragrances that when it's bouncing around in the air, you're really getting that sweet ambery thing. But when you come in for the sniff, then it's slightly smoky from the incense and the amber is there, like just balancing it out. It is so perfect. It's so beautiful. If you're looking for something unique for the fall and winter, I would definitely recommend Xerjoff Golden Dallah. She is absolutely, absolutely stunning. I'm so glad that I chose this. I'm so impressed by this. I really, really am. Just an amazing fragrance. I mean, the top of it starts off extremely spicy, but when that amber kicks in and you really start to smell that amber, it's just absolutely stunning. So in my opinion, not your typical coffee fragrance, just not at all, not typical at all, but an amazingly stunning fragrance, especially for this time of year. I find this to be 100% unisex, like way past unisex. I don't feel like there's anything feminine here, and I don't feel like there's anything extremely masculine. I feel like it is really a 100% unisex fragrance. So this was released in 2018 from the house of Xerjoff, and it is Golden Dallah. So give this a try. If you try this, or if you've already tried this, let me know what you think of this in the comment section below. This is part of their coffee break line, and I'm ever so eager to try the other two, because I believe there are 3 from the coffee break line. So thank you guys so much for joining me and the Golden Dallah here today. And until I see you again, be blessed and bye for now. Light's gonna go out again. Light's gonna stay on now. Power's gonna stay on all day because I've already done my video.